All right. Finishing our thoughts. By the way, I'm Jehuti.
I'm Johnson. Oh shit! Wait, I was supposed to say Rosin. Fuck.
Oh,
All
no,
right, we're good. We're good.
It's fine. No, it's fine. Finish your thought that you had from last video. You were saying something about.
I was saying something about the camera. Yes.
Yeah.
Something about. I think other games try to kind of do this, but then like they made players really dizzy while attempting this type of camera. But this game does it pretty well.
It's interesting you say that because I read an interview with one of the programmers who said we were really worried about motion sickness making this game. So we got the geyser at some point, and this is actually something that higher level raptors will do, and it sucks.
Nice.
If you actually manage to catch an enemy with it, also it sticks to walls too, which is kind of neat, but if you actually manage to hit an enemy with it, it fucks them up pretty good. That being said, the likelihood of that ever landing is slim to none.
Yeah, it looks cool. So, you throw bits
yeah,
like a cool robot, but it sucks.
I think that last Cyclops fight I just had showed off what I meant about dash attacks. The Cyclops, the Cyclops Eye are very good at dodging out of the way of your shit. Mm-hmm. What I think the game wants you to do is it wants you to wait for them to finish attacking and then go in, or dodge between their attacks and counterattack them.
Okay.
But what that really turns into is, hey, just keep dash attacking them, and most of the time it'll be fine. Yeah, like that.
Oh. Nice.
So, yeah. Your homing laser fucks them up real good, too. They are good at dodging pretty much every other projectile in the game except for that homing laser.
It is a homing laser,
Yeah. Which also, it kind of is tedious because it doesn't do much damage. But, so this is where we need to go. I should point out, a lot of the enemies in this game you actually can just go right past. And while that's fine on pretty much every other difficulty, you're gonna want the experience on very hard, in my opinion, just to buff yourself up a little bit.
I can definitely see that, considering how much damage these enemies put out when you're at level 2.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, there are bosses later on in the game that deal 3/4 of your HP at level 5. I don't even imagine what that's like at level 3, so... So there's another shield stuck there. So I actually stole this strat from another LPer. Shoutouts to Chip Cheesem, who did a really phenomenal LP of this game. Better than ours, let's be real. No,
I'm Chip Cheesem.
No, you're not.
God
that's
damn
plagiarism.
It. How did they know?
Not plagiarism. That's impersonation.
Yeah.
No, but I actually did not know this until I watched his LP when I was doing research for this. Actually, what you can do is if you go to EPS 2 first, you can get a group of enemies to spawn early that have the passcode for this area.
Oh.
So that's what we just did. We got that little cutscene where they swooped in. Otherwise, you'd have to make an extra trip if you went to EPS 1 first. So just go to EPS 2 first and then investigate that. It'll work out better for you. So yeah, you can see. So whenever they do that dash and they're covered in that red orb, that means they dodged your hit.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, and also too when they're just in that orb, like that orangish red orb in general, that means they're blocking. So that's your signal to burst attack, or keep attacking until they get dumb and lower their guard.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Or grab them, but it ain't no Dragon Rush, I'll tell you that. See, I literally just tried to grab that mummy head, and the mummy head was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna use my burst attack." So,
what a smart robot.
Yeah, around level 4, the enemies get noticeably tougher. That being said, when these Cyclops Eye, I'm never going to get used to saying that. I'm just going to start saying Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yes. When they attempt to grab you, it is very easy for you to dash out or attack them to make that not happen. So this game is very fair, is something I will say.
I can see that.
Yeah, you can see he used the homing attack there. But yeah, good at they're good at dodging everything else. This is tricky because, like, I'm afraid to get into these guys. Oh, actually, one thing too. The more leveled up they get, the more ballsy they get in terms of attacking you when you're engaging with another enemy. Like, level 1, level 2, enemies won't attack you if you're currently locked on and, like, fighting something else. Level 3, they start to take pot shots. Level 4, they don't give a fuck. Like, all 3 of those guys would have gone in on me if I just went, like, if I wasn't doing kind of like hit and run type shit. So yeah, I just cleared out that area. I almost got to level 3. I'm so disappointed. But it's fine. Saving again. Your saves are tallied at the end of the game on the ranking screen. I don't actually know if it matters. There's a lot of stats at the end of the game they show you that I don't actually think go into the ranking. I think if you get an A rank on all of the SOS missions and you get 4 or less continues on your profile, I think you get an S rank. Don't quote me on that once again, but, like...
I won't.
Because yeah, I don't know. But, like, this game's so short that it's, like, even if you save between, like, every area or, like, every mission you do, it's, like... I don't know. It never seems to affect the ranking, really.
I definitely want to see a 1cc run of this game, despite how painful it would be.
Yeah. So this area looks very similar to the other radar dish area. That being said, I don't actually remember if it's literally like copy-paste. It probably is.
That's a bit similar. I don't remember this popping up though. Maybe I do. Yeah, you know what? Whatever.
Off to the side.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same. Fuck.
It's fine. I mean, you if you got 2 radar dishes, it's like, well, we gotta put these in places that look exactly the same.
Yeah. Nobody will find out.
There are more porters around.
We have obtained the item.
Ooh, we got another sniper. Great.
Yeah, we did. Got more sniper ammo. Yep, you can see the Porter Robinsons off to the side there.
Boy.
Hope you like Shelter, nerds. Shelter's a good-ass song.
Yeah. Put Shelter in ZOE 3.
Shelter was actually a Zone of the Enders prequel.
Oh. Did not know that. Thanks for the fun facts, Rawson.
Yep. Nothing but true facts here.
Yeah. Hey, did you know? I got nothing. Sorry. I don't have any facts, unfortunately.
Hey, guess what? Neither does that guy. Well, I guess that's more of a group operation
Yeah, it
at
is.
this point. Yeah. I haven't watched them in years.
I don't remember the last time I watched it.
All I know, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna dunk on them because even if
they make some good
like,
stuff, I feel.
Yeah.
So
they do. There are people more worth of the dunking. They do some good work.
Yeah.
And I'm indebted to them because after they did their SMT one, my channel got the biggest fucking boom like you don't even know. No, they do good stuff.
I hope I get on Dushino Gaming.
They're just easy to make fun of because they, like, sometimes it's like, how do you not know that?
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, that's fine though too. Also, actually, I think they've had some problems with that. You know, the cutting room floor wiki.
I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, for those of you who don't know, it's a wiki that collects a bunch of like data mine stuff out of games.
Yeah.
So like you see a bunch of like placeholder assets and like stuff that was cut from the full version of the game. They've plagiarized from contributors from that before, or at least some of them have. I think they've gotten better about not doing that and like linking back to sources and stuff.
Yeah.
But I followed one of the people really involved in that scene, and like he just did not like that channel because they had so many issues with them just like stealing people's work and like putting it in the video with no credit.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. You see, I think I tried going for a grab there again, and it just didn't work. But I fucked that one up real good that time.
Here at the Ross and Brand channel, we always give credit.
We always plagiarize.
Yeah, shoutouts to Chip Peasum. I'm Chip Peasum, by the way.
This isn't even my footage, no. This isn't even my voice. I hired someone else to talk for me for all of these.
Yeah. There was once a point where people thought we were the same person, so you know.
Was there?
Yeah, there was actually.
I feel like I've heard about this before.
Yeah.
We have obtained the program.
Well, give context. I'm curious.
I was in a call with
oh yeah,
with some friends, you know, our friends.
This was just in our group of our friends.
Yeah.
Apparently we sound similar.
Yeah.
People post a comment if we sound similar, because I don't hear it.
Sometimes I don't hear either, but sometimes I do. It's kind of weird. Hey guys, I'm Rawson. Yeah, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
I'm Pickle Rick. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
We are just shoehorning all this shit.
Yes. I have not seen an episode of Rick and Morty in my life. Actually, I have seen only that episode of Rick and Morty.
I've only read the manga, unfortunately. So
I've only listened to the drama CD.
Yeah.
No. So we're using the halberd sub-weapon that we picked up.
Does that suck too?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
So the Cyclops is very good at dodging it, especially when they're leveled up. But the halberd does a shit ton of damage, and for every other enemy type in the game, it is very reliable at doing damage.
Nice.
It's kind of slow to aim, so I don't personally like it, but people who are way better at this game than I do use it to fuck up bosses pretty good. Because it's just a concentrated laser that you aim, and like you just you fuck things up. Only thing to watch out for is that it's kind of slow to pull out relative to your other weapons, and kind of slow to like put away. I think you can dash out of it to like cancel out anyways, but and you also don't get too much ammo for it. Like it slowly ticks down the more that you're using it.
Okay.
Like it's just a constant laser and the number goes down.
Yeah.
But it is one of the better sub-weapons of the game by far. I think some people would say it is the best sub-weapon in the game, but I would disagree.
Yeah, well, when all of them suck, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you get slim pickings.
I like this little arena type thing.
Yeah, this is cool. This is also one of the areas in the game where you can definitely make more use of Geyser.
Yeah.
We can't unlock that little port yet, though, so gonna have to make our skate our way out of here. I always like to stay low to the ground in this area just because I like the look of Jehuti skating like that.
I dig it.
So cool. I have a Kotobukiya Jehuti model kit. To be fair, it's the Zoe 2 version, but because the color scheme's different in Zoe 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to build that yet. I even have like the paint and shit to get the energy lines like
nice.
all in and shit.
Nah, just put it yellow. I mean, you know.
It's just like the paint markers that like drizzle down into the grooves.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's like a halfway point from like the basic ass Gundam markers and like actual paint.
Yeah, I still have
like a halfway point.
I still have Gundam markers on me. I also have an unbuilt camper sitting on my shelf, so I gotta build that soon.
So there is a question mark here, as you might have seen. So we're gonna check out what's the deal. We're gonna fuck up all these enemies, so we got more time to talk.
Hell yeah!
I'm actually surprised. We haven't run out of conversational topics yet, and we have a lot of these areas that are just more fighting.
Yeah. Well, when you're a robot game and you got two robot fans doing commentary,
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pacific Rim. I don't know what I was going with there. I just wanted to say a robot thing.
I have not seen that second one yet, but I've heard not great things.
I liked it. It was a fun movie.
That's good. That's good.
It's unfortunately not as good as the first, but it was fun. Maybe on a second rewatch, I'll probably change my opinions.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of mecha shit, and while we have time to kill, have you actually ever watched After War Gundam X?
No, I haven't. So
I got like 20 episodes in, like years. I'm talking like I'm pretty sure before I knew you years ago. And I was bored out of my mind. And there's a guy who I used to follow on Twitter that I think deactivated after the election. Yeah, but I remember him live tweeting about watching the series, and he also seemed bored to tears, so I was like, well, guess I'm not going to rewatch that anytime. Yeah, I got grabbed and thrown there, but luckily he was a Metatron squad, so
nice.
So yeah, I don't know if I'll probably go back to it at some point or another just to finish it up and see what
I guess I feel like the worst I watched of Gundam was like Age, and even it's not the best. Actually, I think it might be like the first like Gundam thing I watched. Now that I think about it.
Oh, really?
No, not like the first, but like the first that like that's like beyond Wing when you're like 8.
Yeah, okay. Because yeah, I definitely have that divide too, where like I watched G Gundam. What the fuck am I saying? G Gundam.
Yes.
G Gundam. No, I watched Mobile Fighter G Gundam as a child, and I was like, this is awesome. And every time Gundam Wing came on, I was like, I feel like I'm not old enough to watch this because it was a very talky political show.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I just want to see the robots blowing each other up and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I avoided Gundam Wing until a few years later, and I was like, oh, that was the thing, I guess. I mean, I thought it was good. I'm not going to be like that guy that's like, oh, I thought it fucking sucked. But, like, I was like, it's like, I thought it was, like, okay, or whatever, as if, like, 10 or 11-year-old, however the fuck old I was.
Yeah.
Like, when I was, early on, but still was finding those Google video uploaded episodes,
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, with like the shitty fan translations and shit, but yeah, and then I had a very long break where I was watching other mecha shit, but I was like, I didn't really have any interest in going back into Gundam. Like, I'd rewatch G Gundam every once and again, and then I found Gundam 00 when it was airing on Sci-Fi, and that kind of like cemented me as, oh yeah, I actually like all permutations of this.
I remember the
much,
00 Sci-Fi airing too. I think they only had like season 1 or something.
They did.
Yeah.
But I caught the episode where Exia goes Trans Am for the first time, and that was good.
Nice.
That was a good thing to get me hooked. So yeah, we picked up Mummy, I believe, from that box. I got too invested into talking Gundam.
Dude, is that a sub-weapon? I assume that's a
Mummy is a sub-weapon with a terrible name because it's obvious it's the shield that the mummy heads have.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Mummy, but I take umbrage with that because every other sub-weapon is based off an attack an enemy uses in the game. But Mummy is the only one that's named after the enemy. Like, Phalanx is the regular Mummy head burst shot, and why isn't that called Mummy, I think it should just be called Shield.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's not important, because what is important is that it's the weapon with the rarest ammo in the game. As far as I know, no enemy squads actually drop it. It's always from those, like, box pickups.
Yeah.
And the reason that it's rare is because not only does it block basically everything in the game when you have it up, it also heals your life bar slowly actually pretty fast over time.
Hell yeah.
So you don't, like, it's your other means of healing other than Metatron.
We have shot down the enemy.
They really tried to fuck you over healing in this game, huh?
Damage to the surroundings.
Yeah, and I do think that on normal and easy, there are other ways to heal. Like, I think some enemies just drop, like, a little bit of health here and there. Once again, don't quote me on that. I've only ever played this game on hard and very hard. But yeah, at least on these difficulties, you have to... It's either Mummy or Metatron. The two M's,
Nice.
you know? Yeah. Yeah, no, I think the difficulty in this game, it's kind of interesting. Once again, I don't know how I feel about the structure damage taking away your experience points. I think that's maybe a little cheesy, but I
guess
I enjoy the concept.
There's also the bosses too.
Yeah. But then, yeah, like, I don't know, also too, like, just very hard, the double fuck you of we're gonna raise all of the enemy levels, and also... Just, I don't know if I covered this, but on very hard, you just get less experience as a thing.
Oh. Yeah.
You get
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
a little less than half the experience you would normally get. So when you combine that with the fact that you lose experience all the time from blowing up buildings, you have difficulties leveling up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see me using Halberd here. Halberd seems to be especially effective against mummies, which is ironic because it's technically their burst attack, and whoops, sorry, building.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hundreds dead.
Yeah. No, they're all... See, no, once again, because this isn't graded anymore, we can blow up as many buildings as we want. Yeah, Halberd's range is also not the greatest, so just be careful for that.
We have shot down the enemy.
Depth perception is hard.
The passcode.
I can definitely see that.
Oops.
Well,
Increasing due
it's okay. It's alright.
Second time's the charm.
Yeah.
You can see how much damage that burst attack did to that enemy too, which is nice.
We have shot down the enemy.
There we go. Full heal.
Metatron ore.
Saved that one for last, just for that. There's also a box over there with Metatron.
Smart.
When you see that blue icon on the map, that means that's a Metatron box.
Okay.
So, you know, you can't grab them when you're in battle though too. Just an FYI. If you unlock from enemies and then fly away from them for like 3 seconds and get far enough away from them, you can technically escape the battle and they'll go back to wandering around.
Yeah, I saw a bit of that here.
Yeah, so... I don't use it too much because I don't really need to, but there are a few times where it comes in handy, like, for example, when you want to pick up stuff like that. I believe I actually just say fuck it in terms of, like, fighting enemies this time around, just because I've already shown that off. So yeah, I'm just kind of laying low.
Here in the Ross and Branch channel, we don't fight.
We don't fight.
We don't.
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe
I guess we do.
Yeah.
Never mind. Whoops.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, I'm showing off the thing I just described. There we go.
Battle position.
Here at the Ross and
ceasing-
Branch channel, we escape from battles.
Yes, yes we do. We're gonna skate around again in our arena. So remember that thing we couldn't open up before in here?
Yes, I do.
Yes. We can open it up now that we beat up those enemies
Nice.
over in the town.
Skating along.
I like how like the legs kind of expand a bit to have the skates on.
Yeah.
We have obtained a Raptor control module. With it, you can operate an unmanned orbital frame which is not currently under control by remote.
So I can control those skeletons?
What a way of wording it.
Raptors are not affected by energy fields.
Because they lack vital life forms, they are not affected.
That did
by
not
any
sound like a
force.
question at
That
all.
means we could guide a raptor into the passage.
It is highly possible.
Let's give it a try. Where is there a raptor not under control?
I do not think there is a raptor which is untouched.
Hey kids, do you remember the area of the game where every time we went to it, it panned over to an undamaged raptor? Well, damaged, but...
Yes, I do, Rosin. Whatever do you mean?
Raptor which is undamaged and fully
Yeah, we need to
functional?
find a raptor that is undamaged and fully functional. Which should technically mean the one that we found that was smashed into the ground not count, because it is damaged, but what he really means is not blown up.
Yeah. I also keep forgetting Leo's girlfriend is in here. God.
Yeah. No, she's very quiet.
Yeah.
She just don't got much interest in all this shit.
If I was her, I'd probably be screaming. You know, like...
Yeah, it's not fun.
Just got this kid, like, shooting lasers and shit. Inside this robot.
Now I just realized that all these orbital frames have Fire Emblem Awakening feet.
Like 3DS model feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like there's no actual feet. They're just stubs.
I guess feet, yeah.
Yeah. Ah, yes, the Japan Robo legs. Alright. Time to go to that town.
That town.
Town 2.
Oh, I thought we were going to town.
The
1.
home of Leo. Actually, I think Town 1's the home of... Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, these towns don't have names, do they? It's not like...
No, it's Town 1, Town
Yeah.
2. I think when they talk about them in cutscenes, they say, like, I'm in Sector 03. Or whatever.
When are we
but,
having
like,
a
yeah.
colony
Oops.
with names on them? Like, yeah, dude, I'm in Sector Compton or some shit, you know?
Neo Compton.
New cyberpunk game in the hood. Come on, Rockstar Games. We need this.
They've sold out. They're only ever gonna do Grand Theft Auto. You know, that thing that makes them money on an
Oh, you could just make
unprecedented
a Grand
scale.
Theft Auto, but like...
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Just have all the dumb shit that Grand Theft Auto has, but Cyberpunk, I'll buy it.
I mean, it's basically Zone of the Enders.
Yeah. 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 Zone of Liberty City, you know? Like...
We will send the Raptor to the EPS antenna
Alright.
facilities. Agreed? After reaching there on autopilot, you will have to manipulate it. There will be a battle.
A battle between similar raptors?
Raptors do not recognize an enemy using vision.
Alright, let's do it.
By the way, if our remote-controlled Raptor is destroyed... it could
I like this as a
damage
dumb
to
excuse
Raptor's
as to why you get a game over if you die as the Raptor.
Nice.
Gonna finish this episode out with a little cutscene of us flying away as the Raptor. Only got one lightsaber hand though.
Oh.
Other one's broken.
This raptor sucks.